Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. It's time for another early season NASCAR preview, and today I'm going to be talking about what I mentioned talking about last week, and that is giving you my prediction for the 16 drivers that will make the chase for the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Championship this year. And the majority of these drivers, if you're a NASCAR fan, you're going to agree with most of the names. But there'll be a few on here that could be kind of iffy, so there could be a few that you might disagree with. So if you're a NASCAR fan or know someone who is, please feel free to tell them to watch this video. I'm not going to make my championship prediction today. I'll do that one day next week when I talk about some of the changes that we're going to see this year on the NASCAR schedule. And I might even come on here and do a video about the trucks or the Xfinity Series. I'm not sure yet. I know there are some people that like trucks better, and there are some people that like the Xfinity Series better. But for the most part, most NASCAR fans like the Cup Series better because that is where they say the big boys play. So if you're a Truck Series fan or an Xfinity Series fan, please feel free to let me know. In the meantime, we're just going to stick with the Cup Series. Now on to my prediction for these 16 drivers that will make the chase this year. We'll start with what I say are the more obvious ones, and that is all four drivers from Joe Gibbs Racing, which is Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, and Martin Truex Jr., as well as all four drivers from Rick Hendrick, which is Chase Elliott, William Byron, Kyle Larson, and Alex Bowman. Now, of course, Kyle Larson won the championship last year, so he'll be going for two in a row. And then I also have all three drivers from Penske Racing making the field, which is Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, and Joey Logano. Now, I know about everybody's going to agree with every single pick I just made with the exception of Austin Cindric. Most people won't agree with that only because he's a rookie, and you don't hardly ever see a rookie make the field when it comes to the championship. I'm only including Austin Cindric because of the fact they have so many road course races now, and Austin Cindric is really good on road courses, so it's hard for me to look at all the road courses on the schedule and say that he can't win one or two of them. And unless you just have a terrible year, if you win one or two races, more often than not, if not all the time, you make the playoffs. So that's the only reason I'm putting Austin Cindric in the field, even though he is a rookie, because rookies never make the championship. But that's my prediction, and that's why. Now that's 11, so there are 5 spots left. Now these final 5 spots are what's difficult because there's probably 15 drivers that you could say, hey, this guy might make it, this guy might make it, but only 5 can actually make it. So I'm going to pick 2 guys from Stewart-Haas Racing, and one of them is Kevin Harvick. Now, I know Kevin Harvick didn't win a race last year, but the whole entire Stewart-Haas organization, for whatever reason, was down last year. So I'm going to say they make some kind of a rebound, and if Harvick can make the chase last year without winning a race, I think he'll win one this year. So I think he'll get in. I also think his teammate Chase Briscoe will get in, only because if you are a NASCAR fan, you know that Chase Briscoe, his last couple years in the Xfinity Series, he looked like he was going to be the next big thing in NASCAR. And he got caught up to Cup, and he's done absolutely nothing. So I think there's a lot of pressure on him this year. So because of that reason, I think he'll step up and make the playoffs. I don't think he's going to be a threat to win the championship, but I think he'll make the 16-driver field. I'm also going to pick Ross Chastain. I know it's his first year in that one car for Trackhouse Racing, But he finished 19th last year for Ganassi Racing, and I think Trackhouse is a little bit better of a team. So I'm going to go with Ross Chastain, and then I'm going to pick Brad Keselowski. I know the whole Roush organization has struggled, really, for the most part, truthfully, ever since Mark Martin retired. But I think with Brad Keselowski coming on board, and it's now Roush, Fenway, Keselowski Racing, I think Brad Keselowski makes the field. And the last driver I'm going to put in is Kurt Busch. I know it seems like Kurt Busch has driven for pretty much every team in NASCAR, and he just about has, but he's also won everywhere he's been. Now, a lot of people that are NASCAR followers hate the Busch brothers because of their attitude, but if you pay attention and watch, you'll realize that Kyle Busch is not the same driver he was a decade ago. When Kyle got married and had the son, he's completely changed. But now Kurt Busch, he is still the same complete, total jerk, but he can still drive a race car. So for that reason, Kurt Busch will be my 16th and final driver for my prediction for the 16 drivers that make the playoffs this year. Again, my 16 drivers are Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, Brad Keselowski, and Kurt Busch. If you're a NASCAR fan and you agree with those picks, please feel free to let me know. If you don't agree with those picks, please feel free to let me know. And like I said, one day next week we'll talk about some of the changes on the NASCAR schedule this year. And in that video, I'll make my prediction on who's going to win the championship. It's kind of hard to say, only because of the fact that Atlanta is being reconfigured. It's a whole new racetrack now. They have more road courses than they used to have. Now they're in the next gen, as they call it, car of tomorrow. Plus they've changed the horsepower. It's now going to be the same every track, everywhere they go. So now everybody's on a even playing field. So it's kind of hard to pick one this year because most years, Gibbs has the best team, or Penske has the best team, or Hendrick has the best team. But everybody should, for the most part, be on the same level playing field this year. So it's going to be an interesting season, and I'm excited about it. Of course, the Clash comes up a week this Sunday. Not the band, The Clash, the race, The Clash. It happens a week from this Sunday, coming up on February the 6th. So the season is just around the corner. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. What do you call an unpredictable camera? A loose cannon. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.